All right, Shalom Yasharallah, Shalom Israel. Before we go any further with this in transit lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings. Salakia. All praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. I'm going to give double honors to our beloved elder bishops and to the elder apostles, the great millstone, whom rule well and them teach well, with much blessings and salutations going out to the hopeful elect, to the Akim, Wafi Akwaf, that are tuning in, and then to the men, the Akim, that are sincerely laboring within this truth, scattered across the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, to you and to your households within these evil days, these evil times, which we are surely living in. All right. And hey, bro, the tensions, the fire, all right, between nations, all right, between the people, citizens, all right, the average Edomite male and woman and child to the so-called, blacks, natives, Americans. I don't know if I said Latino, but Latino. As well as it's amping up, man. All right, it's brewing up. A recipe for disaster. All right, destruction, calamities, woes, as the scripture says. Actually, let me bring that back up. Salakia. As the scripture says in the book of 2nd Ezra. All right, that sword. All right, is damn, that shit thick as hell. Dang, all the bad shit out here. But that sword, man, that sword is coming, bro. All right, to your doorstep, bro. To your job, to the gas station you go to your local Walmart. All right, because I don't know if you guys been watching, but civil unrest, civil war is on the horizon. All right. It's coming quick too, man. All right, we see everything that's going on from what happened last week to, this dude Charlie Clark being taken out. All right, which we understand how the powers, all right, those elites, how they move. We understand how the wicked get down, bro. We understand these things. We understand the tactics of the devil, all right, his schemes and his plots, in which he's doing all these things right now, all right, so he can come in and set things in order. All right, it's a tactic called something like divide and conquer, in which, Lord willing, I can get the definition of that. But so check this out though. This is new. This is recent. It says Delta State University student found hanging from tree. All right, and it says no foul play suspected, officials say. All right, so the victim that was found hanging from a tree, it was a Jake. It was a Jake man, a so-called black man, 21-year-old college student. And hold on, let me roll this window up real quick. All right, and Salakia. Yeah, bro, there's no coincidence that this would happen, right now, at this time of so much stuff going on. All right. But let's read a little bit of this article. It says a Delta State University student was discovered. All right. It says was discovered hanging from a tree on campus Monday morning, according to school and law enforcement officials. Law enforcement does not suspect foul play. And why would they say that, man? Why would they say they don't suspect foul play? All right, because there's a history of Jake being lynched in America. All right, by who? By a specific group of people, man. A nation of people in which that history, all right, and while we're over here, you know, and, you know, the things that a certain nation of people have done to the so-called blacks, natives, and Latinos, all right, that history is it's known as slavery, bro. All right, these are things that they did back then, and yet they obviously, it's evident, you know, they still do to this day. All right, so that's why they had to throw that in there. This is not as a foul play, in which I'm gonna get another article, you know, speaking about, you know, who this, you know, the victim was, man. All right, because once again, there's no coincidence that all of a sudden this is happening now, while, you know, the America's divided, bro. All right, a series of unfortunate events. All right, from the whole Ukrainian refugee female, which you guys seen the video if you didn't, or just look it up on the news, and you know, Twitter has it. Very gruesome, but how they're saying how this well, listen to the video. You know how some Jake with dreads randomly lashed out and attacked and, you know, stabbed this woman in her neck. All right, it is a pale-skinned woman. All right, not only that, man, you have this current administration, all right, locking in and tuning in on you Jakes, in which we told you this shit, bro. We literally told you this. We told you that Southern Kingdom is next, and you're gonna get it worse, bro. We literally told y'all this, all right, through the spirit and power of the Lord. Why do you think they have the military out there in about to be out there in Chicago? All right, soon Louisiana, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, and really all 50 other states, because Jake, you're the problem, all right, in this equation, you know. So, hey, you didn't want to listen when they was coming down for Northern Kingdom, this ICE, which they're still doing it. But you have some of our brothers, you know, Southern Kingdom brothers and sisters being very proud, as if this would not come to them, as if persecution wasn't going to come to you, as if you were any different than a Spanish-speaking nigga. All right? Scripture says how Judah and I think it was like Judah and Ephraim were oppressed together, basically the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom, bro. So you know persecution is coming, and it's coming worse than how it is for you. How it's coming worse down on the Southern Kingdom than how it began with, you know, the Northern Kingdom's persecution. This is gonna be worse. All right, they got the military out there for y'all ass, man. All right, but this is all, bro. This is all spiritual warfare, bro. But it says the university said that that student was 21-year-old Damar Travion Trey Reed of Grenada, Mississippi. All right, it says Delta States discovered Reed's around 7 a.m. on September 15. Reed's body was hanging from a tree in the central part of campus near the pickleball courts. Pillar said, bro, that could be some form of retaliation, in which I believe, you know, speculating, you know, that this is just to add on to the flames. You know what I'm saying? Just to add on to the tensions and the division that's already in Babylon the Great, man. Because civil war is coming, you know? And so this was all planned. You know, they say they don't suspect any foul play, but I don't know any Jake in his right mind, or just any Jake not being in their right mind, because, you know, most of our people aren't, but, you know, that will want to lynch themselves, man. So they're basically saying this was a suicide. All right? Nah, bro. So let's grab some scriptures, all right? Just some quick scriptures, you know, and also another article, Because guess what? This is what we're going into, man. A time of evils, a time of great death and destruction. All right. Not only is the Edomite man and woman fallen, but okay, this destruction that's coming on, man. This shit is widespread, bro. A lot of people is about to feel that sword, bro, and perish from it. All right. But let me see where I start with. Yep, we can get this. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and verse 15. And it reads, it says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Okay? Don't just think of this as nothing, man. All right? Because this is showing you the horns, man, of this devil. It's showing you what times we're heading into. All right, times that we are in, man. Evils. And evils mean bad times, bro. All right, this is a bad time for you Israelites. All right, even the ones that you may not call yourself an Israelite, but by the seed line of your forefathers and who you're an Israelite. This is a bad time for you, all right, because this current administration is coming down with that wrath. All right, these devils coming down with that wrath, man, to do what? So, all right, to set shit in order. And this is also going into a time known as Jacob's trouble, which is, all right, your trouble, Jake. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American man, woman, and child. So read it again. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 15 says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. That dude, Charlie Kirk, whatever his name was. All right. He just got taken out, man. So guess what? Guess who the finger's going to be pointed to? All right. And what is that going to do? That's only adding more flames to their fire. To their hatred for you, Jakes, man. Hey, bro. This shit is getting bad, bro. It's honestly, I don't even know what to say for real, man. Besides, this shit is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, find the Lord, bro. Seek the Lord while you can, because we enter into some evil times, bro. All right. And right now, your government, your current administration, all right, by the orders of the powers that be, the top banking elite families, all right, they're declaring war upon the people in general. Don't matter if you so-called black or so-called white, all right? If you are Caucasian or Asian, or you an Israelite or etc. Regardless, all right. Regardless, if you're in Babylon the Great, aka America, this devil is declaring war upon you in just general as a whole. All right, and what they've been doing right now is psychological warfare. All right, psychological warfare is being placed upon the people to put them in a state of mind to rile their spirits up, man. For what? To ultimately revolt, to bring forth anarchy, chaos, and which really, bro, it's really the Lord that's doing this, man. It's really how about Shimei Shai, all right, because he already declared these things. He already said these things, declaring the end from the beginning, that these things will go on, and how, all right, that he's gonna bring division, all right, the Egyptian against the Egyptian, nations against nations. You know what I'm saying? So 2 Corinthians, and this is how the Lord's doing it. He's doing it through his sword. All right, Esau, Edom. So 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11, and we're gonna read it in the NLT. So it says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, all right, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. We already understand this dude, man. We know how this man's get down, all right. We know how this devil operates, man, and how he plays in the shadows, that's his light. Okay, in his left hand. His light is darkness. All right, so this is what he's doing. He's pulling these schemes and these trickeries upon your people. All right, and he's messing with their minds, man. He's messing with their minds. You know, that dude got taken out. Brothers, we didn't really, do too much. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We just counted it, added to the prophecy, man. It is what it is. He out of there. Okay, cool. Jake being lynched. Okay, cool. It's it's not cool, but hey, bro, this is what we've been warning you about, man. The evils. All right, and how you people are being preyed upon, bro. You people are being sacrificed to these gods, man, that these elites worship. All right, your president and their senate's worship, man. You casualties that's being, taken out, and these school shootings just happened. All right, I think it's like Ohio or something like that. Man, so much shit going on, bro. If you're not watching and as well as praying, bro, you can easily get caught up in these things or become a victim, bro. And the Lord told us that these things was gonna happen. Yahweh Shai told us these things was gonna happen, bro. But it says so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. So we already know what's up, bro. We know how Satan gets down, bro. All right. Because guess what this is gonna bring forth, man. This is gonna bring forth, all right, more tensions between nations. It says the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, along with other local agencies, will assist in the investigation into Reed's death. Authorities closed the campus of Delta State University after discovery. It says Pyler said no lockdown was put in place and emphasized that there is no danger to the campus. Yeah, okay. I just want to confirm this is a safe campus. Delta State University is a beautiful place to be. It's just unfortunate this loss that comes heavily to our camps, Peeler said. Yeah, okay. Whatever, bro. Who is DeMar Travion Trey Reed? Delta State student's body found hanging from tree at campus. Yeah, man, this was in Mississippi. You got nothing but fucking Edomites, and Jake out there, and they don't, the Edomites that predominantly out there, they don't get along, they don't like Jake, all right, in which no true Edomite, likes Jake, all right, but once again, adding more fuel to the fire, because look at this. All right, and this is I seen this today. From the CBS News, it says open carry is now Florida law. Florida Attorney General says Florida Attorney General James Utemeyer on Monday said open carry of firearms is now the law of the state. All right, what is that gonna brew up, bro? It's already hot as shit out in Florida. People are already ready to crash out because inflation, prices going up, the cost of living is going up. All right, everything is going up and your paycheck is still the same. You can't catch a break. The mirth of the land is dead, so people are aggravated. All right, people are in a state of mourning. Plus this damn heat, nigga. That's a mean brew for crash out season, man. People finna start crashing out. Open carry, what? Wow. And let's see what is open carry. Let's look up open carry. Open carry, the practice of openly carrying a firearm on one's person in public. All right, so you can carry that bit. You don't even need no license. You can just carry it. You know what I'm saying? Take it anywhere. You don't need no license, man. You take that bad boy with you, that sword, wherever. All right. But this is just gonna cause, you know. But the Lord said it would. 2 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, so death and destruction is coming to this world, man. To this earth, to the people that dwell therein, man. Especially the shores of Babylon. All right, this place is gonna, bro. The movies, The Purge, The Road. All right, the Book of Eli. More post-apocalyptic movies. He doesn't do any justice, man. All right, when the Lord performs His word and His power and His might through these prophecies, it's gonna be way, way, way worse than any movie you've seen. All right. It says, verse 15, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, man. The sword. In which, hey, guess who is the sword of the Lord? It's Esau Edom's the sword of the Lord, man. All right, not only that, but these swords, these modern day swords, which are guns, all right, a lot of people are going to be taken out by you know, by the guns, by the wars that's going on in this place, the civil war, the civil unrest, all right, and also by Esau, because Esau is a sword, bro. He's a sword of the Lord, man. You know, hide me from the wicked, which is thy sword. You know, roughly paraphrasing it, but we're seeing that Revelations 12 and 12 come down. We're seeing Esau Edom using you people as sacrifices and what? To order move in into his NWO, getting the ball up and running, which he's already started doing this shit. The whole AI infrastructure. All right. All of it. All these things, man. So destruction to you people, man, because he don't give a shit about you. This devil, this current administration, they don't care about you. All right. All right. You're just goyim. You're cattle. All right. And you're going to be used in these attacks that they push out. These schemes and these plots and these things to push out fear upon you people. All right. And it says, and one people, so like it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. One people against another. That's talking about different nations, different peoples. All right. In America. That's race wars, bro. Hey, scriptures say, hey, scriptures going into it. Civil war. And says, and swords in their hands. Once again, which the modern day sword is the gun. All right. And comes September, I think it's like September 3rd, or come that time where these laws are going to be passed, man. Hey, disrespect more deaths, more shootings, more judgment by the sword, because the Lord said the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. So it's coming. All right. All right. And it says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, in which Nepal just had a sedition. Okay. The younger crowd out there killed the wife of the minister, the prime minister out there in Nepal, and they beat his ass up. Okay. Their capital burnt that shit down. Okay, and in an act of rage due to sanctions or bans on particular apps in the internet over there in Nepal, in which that was another tactic of the devil as well. You know, but it says, for this will be sedition among men, invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions to stand in their power. Yeah, going into your judges, your senates, your mayors, your presidents, those that sit in the seat of authority and power. Yeah, these people are not going to give a damn anymore, man, because they're going to realize that their enemy, or the ones who's doing this to them, is their government. It is the ones that's, so-called supposed to be for them. And this is the time we're coming into, man. So Hey, Lord willing, that let's say was edifying. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. All right, because hey, this is just chaos and destruction is coming to this place, man. All right, and this Trey, DeMar Travion, all right, Trey Reed death. This is definitely gonna make an uproar. All right, and these things are gonna keep happening and keep coming. Ultimately, till that destruction comes. All right, and people out here just wilding the fuck out. All right, simple as that. The Lord's judgment is here, bro. So in closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Wadash. Till next time I say Shalom. Wa about ball soon. Shalom.